Welcome to the channel. Here we are still working on the angles, but now we want to look at the construction of angles as we have looked at the theoretical aspect of this topic. So we want to look at the construction of angles, and before we go into the construction of different angles that we can construct with the use of a pair of compasses, we are focusing on the use of a pair of compasses for the construction of angles as they are listed in the theory part of this topic. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is to talk about the bisection of an angle, how we can bisect an angle or how we can divide an angle into two equal parts. And that is what I said here, that to bisect a given angle is to divide the angle into two equal parts. To bisect any given angle is to divide that angle into two equal parts with the use of a pair of compasses. Now, very important information that you need to pay attention to and you have to keep it in mind is that whenever you are asked to bisect an angle, you need three arcs. You need three arcs to bisect a given angle, which I'm going to demonstrate here on the board. Now that's what I said here, that three arcs are needed to bisect an angle. Three arcs are needed to bisect an angle. So let us keep that information in mind, because as an experienced teacher in this subject who has marked West African Examination Council exam paper and that of National Examination Council, that is NECO papers, I have come across different kinds of questions when it comes to topics in technical knowledge. So any information that I give here, I am begging you that you should please keep it in mind. Now, let us go and see how we can bisect any given angle. Now, remember at the beginning of this topic, we talk about how an angle is formed, where I said that to form an angle, we have to bring two lines together. Two straight lines must meet at a point, and when they meet at a point, so the space inside or outside the two straight lines will give us an angle. It can be inside and it can be outside. Now, we are going to form an angle together, then we go on and see how we can bisect that angle. So let's see how that can be done. So the first thing that we are going to do here, I'm going to make use of this phrase, is that I'm going to form an angle. So we are going to draw a straight horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line like this. Then we turn the ruler like this on the circle as I'm using it. So we form this angle now. So we form this angle. So now, so we have these two straight lines. So we have line OA. So line OA, and then we have what? We have line OB. So this is line OB. So the space inside here is an angle, or it can be outside. We are going to make use of the one inside. So this an angle has been formed here, which we do not know its size. We do not know the size of this angle. So let us keep that in mind. That you can form an angle of any size that you want. Make use of a protractor, make use of a set square, or make use of a pair of compasses. Okay, so we have formed this angle. We want to bisect it. That means we want to divide this space into two equal parts. As I said, that for us to bisect an angle, that is for us to divide an angle into two equal parts, we need three arcs. So pay attention to what I'm doing here. Now, to do that, so I'm taking this, using this marker as my compass. So the pinpoint of the compass, keep it at this point over here, and extend the pencil point to any convenient radius. So let's say it reaches this point. So I'm going to draw an arc here like this. So this is arc 1. Okay, so as I said that we need three arcs to bisect an angle. So this is an arc 1. So this arc 1, it touches line OA at this point and touches line OB at this point. So what we have to do now is to take the compass, put the pinpoint here at this point. So let me call it point X, and let me call this point, let me call it point Y. So we keep the spin point of the compass at this point X here, and we extend it to any component radius. So we draw an arc. So this is an arc 2. So we call this arc 2. Then putting the same radius at this point, the pin point here at this point Y here, with the same radius, we draw the third arc. So this is arc 3. Okay, so what we have to do now is to join these points of intersection. So let's call this one, let's call it point Z. So we join OZ together. We join OZ together, and therefore we bisect this angle. So it goes like this. Okay, so looking at what we have done here, we have bisected this angle, we have bisected this angle. It's as simple as that. So this is how to go bisect a given angle. It's as simple as I've done it here. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is to construct angles. So the angles that we can construct with the use of a pair of compass, as I stated in that video, we can use a pair of compasses to construct angle 7.5 degree, angle 15 degree, angle 22.5 degree, angle 30 degree, angle 45 degree, 60 degree, angle 75 degree, angle 90 degree, angle 105 degree, angle 120 degree, 185 degree, 150 degree, angle 180 degree, and then to 360 degree. Okay, so those are the angles that you can construct with the use of a pair of compasses. Let us take and pay attention to what I just said now. Now, let's go and look at how we can construct angle 90 degrees. So, I need to clean this now. So, I believe what we did here is clear. Please practice it, and when you practice it, you become a master at it, and to stay in your mind as you practice it. So, I'm going to rub this off. Okay? So, we clean this. So now let's construct angle 90 degree. So to construct angle 90 degree, I'm going to draw a horizontal line, and we draw a short horizontal line. So we have this short horizontal line. So this is the horizontal line, and I have this line to be line. This is A. So this point can be midpoint. So we have O at this point, and then this one, this is point B. So that is the MP of the line. So then we put the pin point of the compass here at point O, we extend it a bit to a component radius, then we draw a semicircle like this. So we draw a semicircle. Alright, so with this semicircle here, so this semicircle is 180 degree. It is 180 degree in size as an angle. So the semicircle touches this line AB at this point, so we call this point X, and it touches it at this point, we call it point Y. So now, so this 180 degree, we are going to bisect it. We are going to divide it into two equal parts by using a pair of compasses. So we put the pin point of the compass here at point X, and we extend to a component radius, we draw an arc. Okay? As I've said, that we need 3 arcs to bisect an angle. So this semicircle is one of the arcs. So this semicircle is one of the arcs that we need to create an angle 90 degree. So we drew this arc, then we put the pin point of the compass here at point Y with the same radius, so we draw this arc. So we have this now. So what we have to do, let's say this is point Z. Okay, so what we have to do now, we join point Z with point O together, so to draw a perpendicular line to this line AB. So this angle here, as you know, so this angle here is 90 degrees. So we have made an angle 90 degrees. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so this angle, so number 1 in the construction, we have made angle 90 degrees. So that's number 1. So now, so I believe this is clear. So just practice it. So follow my instruction, practice it, and get it done with ease. Now, let's look at how we can bisect, how we can construct angle 45 degree. So that is number 2. So we want to construct angle 45 degree, angle 45 degree. So to construct angle 45 degree, all you need to do is to divide angle 90 into 2. That is to bisect angle 90 degree. So bisect angle 90 degree to obtain angle 45 degree. So now that we have made angle 90 degree, so we are going to divide this angle 90 into two equal parts. Okay, so when we do that, we will obtain angle 45 degrees. So what we have to do is that we are going to, we can make use of the angle from here. So let me bring that Z to this point. Let's bring Z to this point here. To this point, okay? So we can make it to be on the left side and we can make it to be on the right side. And I want to be on the right side. So that means I make use of this point Z and I make use of this point Y, as we have the first arc is arc ZY or YZ. Arc YZ is the first arc among the three arcs that we need to bisect a given angle. So, putting the pinpoint of our compass here at point Y and extend the pencil point to a convenient radius, I will draw an arc here, that's arc 2. Then, putting the pinpoint here with the same radius, so I will draw an arc here. So, we have this point. So, what I'm to do now is to draw a line from this point. So, passing through this point of intersection of the arcs, then I will have an 45 degrees. So, we set like this. So, make sure you can see the 2 points. You can see this point and you can see this point when you have to draw the line. Okay, so don't cover the point with the ruler. So that will make your work incorrect or inaccurate. So draw from this point to pass through this point here. So we have this angle. So this angle here is 45 degrees. Okay, this angle is 45 degrees. Though this angle is also 45 degrees. But we are considering the angle that this line, this bisector, the angle that it makes with this line AB here on the right side. So let's pay attention to that. So we have made angle 90 degree and we have made angle 45 degree. Now let's look at how we can make angle 60 degree. So we are going to make angle 60 degree and that is going to be number 3 and the third angle that we are constructing. So let's construct angle 60 degrees. So number 3 is angle 60 degrees. So we are constructing angle 60 degrees. And to construct angle 60 degrees, so what we have to do, so we draw a horizontal line. So we have this horizontal line. Okay. So then I have this end of line to be A and this end line is B. Then the midpoint I'm calling point O here. Okay, so what we have to do now to construct angle 60 degrees, so we put the midpoint of the compass here at point O here, and we extend the pencil to a convenient radius. So then we draw an arc like this. Now the radius that I used to construct this arc, to draw this arc, the radius that you used to draw this arc, keep it, don't touch it. Okay, just keep it. Then put the pinpoint of the compass here at this point where the arc touches by AB. Put the pinpoint here with the radius that I used to draw this arc. Then you make an arc on this line, this arc. So make a small arc on this big arc. Okay, so then you draw a line. So let's say this is point Z here. So draw a line from point O through this point Z. So just draw a line like this. Okay, so this angle here is 60 degrees. So this is angle 60 degrees. So this how to obtain angle 60 degrees. It's very, very simple. So just follow the instruction and perform these steps so you get it done with ease. Now, the first one that we are going to look at is angle 30 degrees. Angle 30 degrees. Now, to construct angle 30 degrees, all you have to do is to bisect angle 60 degrees. Divide angle 60 degrees into 2, then you have 30 degree angle. So I'm going to play this. So we have already drawn angle 60 degrees. So all I have to do now is to bisect angle 60 degrees to get angle 30 degrees. So how do we do that? We have done this before. So let's call this one, let's call it point Y. So this arc YZ is one of the 3 arcs that we need to bisect a given angle. So then we put the pinpoint of the compass here at point Y. We extend the pencil point to a convenient radius. We draw the second arc. So we draw the second arc. Then with the same radius, put the pinpoint at point Y here and draw the third Okay, so then let's say this point, let's call it point X. So we draw a line from point O through point X. Okay, so we draw a line from point O through point X and it goes like this. Okay, so this angle here, so this angle is 30 degrees. So this angle is 30 degrees. So this is how to obtain angle 30 degrees, as simple as I've explained it here. Okay, so now let's move on. Let's move on and look at how you can construct angle 75 degrees with the use of a pair of compasses. How you can construct angle 75 degrees with the use of a pair of compasses. Now, angle 75 degrees. So angle 75, this will be number 5. So angle 75 degrees. Okay, so angle 75 degrees, so it will be equal to 60 degrees plus 15 degrees. 60 degrees plus 15 degrees. Okay, 60 degrees plus 15 degrees. So that's how we are going to get angle 75 degrees with the use of a pair of compasses. And how do we do that? So what we have to do now, just follow my instruction. So draw a horizontal line like this. Draw a horizontal line. So at this point we have point A, this point we have point B, and at the midpoint here we have point O here. So the first thing that we have to do is to construct a semicircle. We construct a semicircle which is 180. So putting the paper on the compass here, we draw a semicircle like this. Okay, so we have this semicircle. Okay, so you are making use of your own compass. So please, so just follow my instruction. So we draw this semicircle. So this semicircle now is what? Is 180. So keep the radius that you used to draw this semicircle. Keep the radius that you used to draw this semicircle. Just keep it. Okay? So having that radius of this semicircle in your hand, put the pinpoint of the compass here. So let's say this is point X and this is point Y. So put the pinpoint of the compass here at point Y. You want the angle to be on this side. You want that angle 75 degrees to be on the right side. So you put the pinpoint here with the radius that used to draw this semicircle. Put it at point Y here, and then you make an arc here. Okay? So we have done something like this before. So this arc that you have made here gives us angle 60 degrees. That is part of what we are going to use to get angle 75 degrees. So we already have 60. So we now look for 15. Okay? So now how can we get that 15? How can we get that 15 degrees? To get that 15 degrees, follow my instruction. So what you have to do now, bisect this semicircle. Bisect this semicircle. That means we are dividing it into 90, 90. 90 on the left side and 90 on the right side. This is what I mean. Put the pinpoint of the compass here at point X here. Okay? Extend the pencil point to a coordinate radius to draw an arc. Okay? So with same radius, pinpoint at Y, then you draw an arc here. So through this point of intersection, let's call it point Z. So we draw a faint line. Just draw a faint line or a thin continuous line. Just draw like this. Don't let it really show. Okay? So now, you know that here on this side we have 90 degrees. Okay? Then we already have 60. So from this point to this point here is 30. I believe you agree with me. Okay? So from this point to this point is 30. So out of this 30, we now do 15 to add to this 60 for us to get angle 75 degrees. So what we have to do now to get that 15 is to bisect this 30 from here to here. We divide it into 2 equal parts. And to do that, all you have to do, take your compass, put the pinpoint at this point here on the semicircle, then extend the pencil point, you draw an arc like this. Then put the pinpoint here at this point with the same radius, you draw an arc like this. So the arcs intersect here. So what we have to do now is to draw a line from this point O, passing through this point, then we have angle 75 degrees. So this is it. So just draw like this. Okay? So draw like this. So this angle here, so from here, so we have this angle. Okay? So we have this angle to be 75 degrees. So this is how to get angle 75 degrees. As simple, as clear as that. So I hope that is clear. So just practice this and then you get it done with ease. We are not done. I want us to also look at how we can draw angle 105. How we can draw angle 105 degrees. So I will quickly explain that. I'm not going to do the construction, but I will quickly explain how you can get angle 105 degrees. So that will be number 6 on the 6th angle that we are going to construct. So angle 105 degree. So I give you the method to use, angle 105 degree. So angle 105 degree will be equal to 90 degree plus 15 degree. So you know how to get 90 and you know how to get 15. I've explained that. You know how to get 90 degree and also how to get 15 degree. I've explained that. So please go on and think of how you can do it yourself. You may make mistake at the beginning, but with time, so you get it done. Believe me, you get it done if you follow my instruction. Now, what about angle 135? That is number 7. 120 degrees. So let's get 120 degrees. So angle 120 degrees. Angle 120 degrees. So angle 120 degrees will be 180 degree minus 60 degree. So just take 60 degree out of 180, out of that semicircle, remove 60 degree, then you get 120 degree. Then what about angle 135 degree? That is number 8. Angle 135 degrees. So angle 135, angle 135 degree, angle 135 degree. So angle 135 degree equal to 120 degree plus 15 degree plus 15 degree. So this will give us angle 135 degree. So knowing this, you can solve any problem that has to do with construction of angles if you follow my instruction. So it's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. And please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and help us to share these videos with your friends who are also learning technical drawing in secondary school. And do not forget to practice. So practice will make you a master in this subject. Thank you. Keep on practicing and God bless you.